Today, something has gone wrong in my business which has put me on edge. I'm stressed, I'm anxious, I'm in fear of loss, fear of losing money, and generally on edge and stressed. And I had a plan for a different video today, but I was really stressed and I was saying to my wife I need to go and do certain things to de-stress myself and deal with the situation. And I can't even think straight to record the video that I wanted to do today. And she said, why don't you create a video about how you get through these problems and how you get rid of the stress and come up with the solution? So that's what I'm going to do today. Right now I'm on edge. I can feel in my stomach the anxiousness. This has been probably a good 6 months since I've felt this feeling. I've managed to keep myself, in fact even longer, maybe 8 months, way before all the lockdowns and all these things happened. I've just kept on an even keel of no stress. And that's because I've been regularly doing certain techniques to basically just maintain myself at a certain level. But today, a certain thing has triggered, which just kind of sent me over the edge. So I need to do some things to just quickly pull myself back and just deal with the situation. So in today's video, I'm going to outline those steps. So if you're in a similar situation where you're in high stress and all sorts of craziness is going on around us right now, so imagine many of you are. So this might be some really quick tips you can do to just get rid of it and then move forward. Okay, so let's get into the video. Okay, so let's get straight into this video. So a certain problem has come up today in the business where it potentially can close down the business in the matter of 5 to 7 days in one of my income streams. So that's kind of put me on edge and I need to find some good solutions. But I can't come up with a good solution when I'm on edge and full of stress. So I do various things daily that I use to basically de-stress myself, and this can be things like meditate, exercise, eat well, and all these kind of things, sleep, and they all add up to de-stress. But when something comes in that all of a sudden it just comes in out of the blue, you're not expecting it, what do? And I use the Wim Hof Technique. So if you've not come across Wim Hof, just look him up. I'll provide a link in the video in the description below. And this guy is really good. His nickname is the Iceman, and he's basically broke loads of world records with going under the ice. It's got loads of health benefits, what he does. It mixes going into the cold with a breathing technique. But the technique that I go to if I'm anxious, full of stress, in fear and all these things, and especially if I can feel the stress in my stomach, is I go to the Wim Hof breathing technique. And there's an app available, I don't know if I'll be able to share a screenshot, I'll try to do it with you, where you basically go through his app, it's free. Keep getting bit by a fly. It's biting both my legs. So basically there's a free app that you can download, a Wim Hof app, and it does some guided breathing with you. And he also includes some videos on how to do the technique as well. And that's what I'll be doing as the first thing to do to get rid of this anxious feeling in my stomach. And it'll take me about 20 minutes. So I do a cycle of 4 times. I go through this cycle. And basically the technique is where you breathe in, take a full breath in, and then let it out. You're not forcing the breath out, you just let it out. You can do it for any time length, but I like to do, on the app, I do it for 30 breaths. So you repeat this 30 times and then you hold your breath. So on breath 30, you'll breathe out and then you hold your breath. And you hold it for as long as you can. And if you're using the app, you can time yourself how long it lasts. And in the beginning, it's quite good to do that. You don't even need the app once you're used to it. But I like it just to guide me along. And then once you've held your breath for as long as you can, you then take a full breath in and hold it for 15 seconds. And then the app will move on to the next cycle and you'll repeat the whole process. 30 more breaths in and out, and that's cycle number 2. So I do 4 cycles. And on average, that takes me about 20 minutes. So usually when I'm holding my breath, depending on how often I've been practicing this, I might be holding my breath for around about 2.5 to 3 minutes. When you first start, it might only be a minute or so, but as you build it up, you can build it up longer. And if you're really experienced, you can hold your breath a lot longer. But what does this do? It really calms you down, calms your body down. It recharges you. While you're holding your breath, I like to close my eyes and kind of go into a meditation, and I'll just go inside my body, calm it all down, and slow my heart rate down as well. There's loads of things on Wim Hof's website and in his app. You can look it up. But he says that it helps to turn your body alkaline. It does loads of things for de-stressing, and it does loads of things for your immune system. I've gone through a full process of experimentation because I was really hyper stressed in July 2019, and I've done loads of experiments of different ways to de-stress, and I'll do a separate video on techniques that I've found help me the most. But the problem is when you get stressed is it's pumping you full of adrenaline, and that also suppresses your immune system. So it means you're more vulnerable to catching illnesses and things like that. The world as it is, most people are stressed out right now, fear of everything. That's what's going on in the media. And that stress is actually reducing your immune system. So Wim Hof Technique, first thing that I do, if I'm in a situation where all of a sudden I've got some stress coming in that was unexpected. If it's daily stress that's going along, I can use the Wim Hof method as well, but I also use other things throughout my day to just keep me on a calm level. But when you've got something immediate coming in and it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? The Wim Hof works really well. So that's what I'm going to do next. And then after that, I'll be able to think clearly. So right now I'm on edge, but after I've done that, I'll be able to think clearly. It'll take me about 20 minutes. And then I'll go through the next stage, which is control what you can, forget about what you can't. And I've recorded a separate video about that. But the concept is to... Can you hear the donkey? Got a local donkey. Likes to join in every now and then. So the concept of control what you can, forget about what you can't, forget about all the things that you can't control, look at the things that you can control. So once I've done the Wim Hof and I'm thinking clearly, so this is the main reason I do the Wim Hof, is so that it clears my mind and I can start thinking clearly to find a solution. So the next part is, what can I do that is in my control? What can I do? Speaking out loud, ideas I can do is contact a few people for advice. I can contact my accountant for a report that may help. I can go through a big list of what can I do. Forget about the fact that the business may get closed down in 5 to 7 days, whatever it is, that deadline that's been given to me. What can I do to basically fight back? What can I do? And then once I've created my list of options from control what you can, forget about what you can't, so my list of potential actions I can do to solve the problem, I'll then be also looking at minimizing my mistakes. So I've created another video which is how to learn from your mistakes, but something critical in this situation is I can't really make a mistake, because if I do, the business is basically just gone. So towards the end of that video, I also talk about minimizing mistakes. So once I've come up with my list of options, I'm going to be going to some experts that I know, and I'm going to show them the options and go, right, what do you think about this? So I can go to an accountant, for instance. I can go to other people, contacts that I've got in similar businesses to what I do, and say, what do you think? So ask for expert opinions to just get that second, third, fourth opinion. Will this solve the problem? So that helps to minimize the mistake. And then when I pull it all together, I'll then basically send the package off, and then I'll have to see, did it fix the problem? Will my business be allowed to continue? So I just wanted to record this as a really quick video of how I go about solving a problem when it's all of a sudden really high stress and everything's on the line in a way. So I hope you will find that useful. I'd really love to hear your comments about this, and if you've got any tips for anyone else, please share them in the comments. I'd love to read them. And I'll also do another video about other techniques I use for reducing stress and dealing with these situations. But the number one thing that I do before I make any decision is the Wim Hof method. So I'll add a link in the description so you can see that and check it out. It helps massively. So I highly recommend it. So if you found this video useful, please like and share the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon.